wondering about it, this is going to be my Monday video. Currently it is Friday. It is raining. Not going to be filming anything for the weekend as I will be home, and I'll be focused on other things. But let's talk about the diesel shortages that everyone is talking about. That's if we have diesel shortages, you can expect absolutely everything to be short. Yeah, shortages on everything. That includes gasoline and, believe it or not, jet fuel. Now, obviously the gasoline needs to get to the gas station. That takes a diesel truck to get it to the gas station. Now, on the aircraft parts, a diesel truck takes the jet fuel to the aircraft to fuel it, or avgas if it's a regular airplane, aviation fuel. It takes the aviation fuel to the aircraft fuel. Like I said, that vehicle takes diesel that is going to be transporting it. Shortage of diesel, you have a shortage of absolutely everything. Everything on the shelf, anything in your grocery store that gets there via a diesel semi-truck, or it gets there via a box truck, which 9 times out of 10 is diesel. Especially like Walmart's, H-E-B, Sam's Club, Costco, Stop and Shop, Publix. All these places, they take tractor trailer deliveries. All these tractor trailers run on diesel fuel. As it is right now, apparently certain companies have been notified of the coming diesel shortages on the East Coast. My company does run the East Coast, but I have not been notified. Then again, I also don't run the East Coast. My entire fleet runs, they don't run the East Coast. And as of right now, they have not told me about the coming diesel shortages. It's not to say there isn't, but that's just my company has not yet said anything about it. Now, I did just get a couple messages on my tablet, but I can't see it because I'm driving right now. I will pull over later to check this. I'm almost positive it's not going to be about the diesel shortages on the East Coast, though. One way to think about it on the diesel shortages is there's a saying in the trucking industry: if you bought it, a truck brought it. Which means anything and everything that you own was at one time on a semi-truck, which takes diesel. That's how important diesel fuel is to the entire planet, pretty much. And it's got to make me think. There is a new truck coming out. It's called Nikola, and they are going to be made in Eloy, Arizona. It's a cab over, and I will try to put a screenshot of a Nikola truck on the video right here. And I actually quite like them. They are really nice looking. They are very, very, very European, which I love European styling. But they're electric. That's the only thing. I'm not a fan of electric vehicles. And I think they were saying something along the lines of the high range for this Nikola truck is about 500 miles, and Guys, I just want to give you an idea right now of what my truck that I'm currently driving can do. I have a distance to empty meter or gauge on my truck, and mind you, this has 200 gallons of diesel at a completely full tank, which is 100-gallon diesel tank on the passenger side, 100-gallon diesel tank on the driver's side. And this isn't even at a full tank of diesel right now. This is at just a little over 3/4 of a tank of diesel, and it is saying my distance to empty is 1,167 miles. That is more than double of what this electric truck can do on only one charge. Now, let me also give you another idea of distance with these semi-trucks. Since we are on a time limit every day, we can only drive so many hours a day, which limits you to how many miles you can drive a day. Now again, this Nikola truck can do up to about 500 miles on one charge. I have driven up to 700 miles in one day. Okay, 700 miles in one day. That's without needing to refuel. So, what's going to happen? You know, like I said, it's got to make you think. Is this diesel shortage planned? I don't know if it is. I honestly don't know if this is a planned event or, you know, planned thing to have a shortage of diesel, but this administration really seems to be liking to push the electric vehicle agenda. This has got to make you think, are they trying to get rid of diesel trucks? And they might be. They might be trying that. And if this is the case, you know, Nikola is going to be a real popular choice in electric trucks because I've actually seen them on the road before. You know, I've seen other electric semi-trucks in photos and in videos, but I've never actually seen any of them on the road. And I've actually seen a Nikola on the road. This thing is actually driving. It's actually doing something. Now here's the other issue. You know, you've got a bunch of truck stops. You know, the trucks are going to park at the truck stops overnight. Obviously, they're refueling at the truck stops. You know, they're getting something to eat or whatever. But in the trucking industry, we have a very, very, very large issue when it comes to the fuel island. That's what we call where the diesel pump. We call it the fuel island at truck stops. Anyways, here's one of the big issues when it comes to the fuel island. You get lines of trucks. Now you might have like 10 or 15 pumps. You know, you might have 10 or 15 lanes of fuel. And the issue is they all get filled up. And then they create a line of trucks behind them. And then you get people that go inside that are not fueling. You know, the whole thing is pull forward after fueling. You know, you can pull forward when you're done fueling, so you can go inside, get your receipts, and do everything you need to do real quick when you're pulled forward. But see, the thing is, some people do pull forward, including myself. But hang on, there's somebody going really slow. Okay. So you get people, some them don't pull forward, some of them do. But you've got a mix of people that are not fueling at the pumps. But yeah, you get this issue of people pretty much just lining up at the pumps. They're just doing whatever they want inside, and it takes forever. And it's a massive issue at a lot of truck stops throughout the United States. You see it all the time, and like I said, it's a big issue that everyone sees all the time. Now, my thing is, how long is it going to take to charge this truck? And where are they going to put all the chargers at these truck stops? Because obviously, trucks are, they're going to need to charge overnight or something. And that's going to be expensive. Now, see, it takes about 10 minutes or so to fuel this truck. Now, that's what I vlog, about 10 minutes to fuel this truck, diesel and DEF on an empty tank. And these pumps, they take up space at the truck stops. My thing is, where are they going to put these chargers at the truck stops? Are they going to put it at the parking stalls? Because if that's the case, then they're going to need, all of them are going to need massive renovations, remodeling of the parking lots and everything. And there's already limited on truck parking right now. So there's a lot of issues when it comes to implementing electric vehicles, especially when it comes into the trucking industry. My only other thing that I would be able to think about would be them putting all of these charging stations at the trucking company's terminals, and having everybody, truck drivers, they would probably, the long distance ones, they might turn into regional or even day drivers, relaying loads to another driver that's in a different area. So, they'd probably be able to drive 5 hours out, relay that load to another driver, and then drive 5 hours back. That doesn't seem very productive. So there's going to be a lot of issues. If that's the case, if that's what they're trying to do, if they're trying to implement the electric semi-trucks with this diesel shortage, they're trying to get the ball rolling for it, there's going to be a lot of issues that a lot of people aren't actually thinking about. And if anyone watches pinball, and his saying, they don't think past their nose. Yeah, that would be the case for this. But like I said, I'll agree with pinball. They don't think past their nose. And if that's the case, that they're trying to bring in electric semi trucks, like I said, they are actually, they're actually being made. They're actually being, I've seen them on the road before. It's a Nikola truck. Like I said, I really like them, but I don't like EVs. Now, again, with the diesel shortages, guys, that's going to affect absolutely everything in this country. Unless you're making like primitive tools and stuff, or pottery and stuff like that out of your natural environment, and it's going to affect absolutely everything. This is why a lot of us are saying get stocked up. And if you, I know I'm preaching to the choir, so maybe you need to show this video to somebody else that doesn't really know what's going on. Maybe you're trying to convince them, show this to them, and be like, yay, see, there's diesel is, diesel's going to be hard to come by. And at least that's what they're saying. If that's the case, everything is going to be hard to come by. Okay, guys, real quick before the video's over, I forgot to mention a couple of things. Obviously, trains run on diesel fuel. Some are, I think, hybrid, so diesel electric. But refrigerated transport, like if you see the refrigerated trailers, they have a big motor at the nose of the trailer that sits right behind the cab of the truck. They run on diesel fuel. So refrigerated trucks, the refrigerator on that truck runs on diesel fuel as well.